Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth section of this course. In this section, we'll be creating a Slack bot. The fourth section will cover how to create a simple Slack app and chatbot. This section will cover many of the topics we learned in the previous chapters. We'll go through the process of using the serverless install command and focus on creating helpful Slack chat interactions. Our first step will be to create the actual Slack workspace and an app to integrate into the workspace. Then we can move on to configuring the app and hooking it up with a serverless service. Once we have everything set up, we'll go ahead and authenticate our app, install it into the workspace, and create the initial configuration for our bot. The process will be very similar to the previous chapter. With all the initial configuration out of the way, we can focus on creating custom events and commands for the bot. This will be the fun part of the section, where we'll focus on creating genuinely useful commands and learn about concepts you can reuse in building your own cool chatbot interfaces. That was quite a brief introduction to this section, so let's stop wasting time and jump into the first video of this section. We've covered the outline of the section and we're ready to get started with the first video, setting up the Slack chatbot app. What will we be doing in this video? Well, first of all, we need to create a Slack workspace. That's the actual chat channel where we'll create the chatbot interaction. Then we need to add a Slack app. This is the app that will be the core of the bot itself. Through it, we will create a bot user and give the bot the ability to listen to events and respond accordingly. We will also go over some of the features available and how to install the app into our workspace using the credentials that got generated for us. This will get us ready for starting to write some code in the next video. So let's switch over to our browser and get started with setting up the Slack app. Go to api.slack.com and press the Start Building button. You can see it right here. Great. This will open up the Slack app creation window. Let's close this for now, because we first need to create a workspace. Click the Sign into another workspace button right here. And now this will take you to a prompt to sign into a workspace. Because we don't have a workspace yet, we want to press the Create a New Workspace. This will finally open up the workspace creator. Enter your email here and hit Next. So I've entered a sample email here and I'm going to press Next. You should now receive a confirmation code to the email address you provided. So go ahead and copy it from your email right into the input here. So I have an email open here and here you can see the confirmation code. Let's just copy this and paste it in right here. Once pasted in, you'll be prompted to enter your name. So I'll just enter my full name. And that's fine. I can continue to a password. So right now, pick a really strong password. That's fine. And continue to your workspace info. Now you can go ahead and add some info. I'll just pick a shared interest group and add, let's say, 1 to 10 people. That should do just fine. Awesome. Now we can continue and enter a group name. So the group name can be Serverless Slack bot. And let's add the name of the course. That's fine. Now we need to add a workspace URL. We can simply just type in the name of the course. Oh, this is too long. Let's delete a bit here. Yeah, that's fine. Hit create. And we need to agree to the terms of service. And this is cool. You can also send invitations to some of your friends, but let's skip that for now. You can always get back to that later. and just wait a second for it to load up. And here's the workspace. That's done and ready to have the bot added to it. We can now go ahead and add the Slack app. Open up a new tab and type api.slack.com once again, and press the Start Building button once again. Now, once the app creation window pops up, go ahead and pick the workspace you just created and add a app name. I'll pick an app name I think feels pretty good. Let's say Boti McBot Face. That fits just right. Yeah. Click Create App. And there you have it. Your app has been created. But now, in order to use the app, there are several things you need to set up. In order to create the permissions to allow your app to communicate with the Slack API, you need to add at least one feature. So that's what we'll do. Here in the Add Features and Functionality, click on the Bots card. This will take you to the Bots section. More precisely, the Bot User section. Here we'll add a new bot user for the app. So let's click the Add a Bot User. The bot will get the default app name pre-filled in its name field. You can see it here. Of course, you can change this, but I think this is just fine for now. So we can just go ahead and add the bot user. Great, that was successful. Go back to the basic info section. Click on the basic information on the left-hand side and expand the Add Features and Functionality. Now you can see that two of the boxes are green. We've added a bot user and the permissions have been added automatically. Now you can expand Install your app in your workspace right here. You see one green button obviously stating to install the app to the workspace. So go ahead and press on it now. This will open up a prompt to authorize the app and add the features to the workspace. So go ahead and authorize it. Awesome, that was a success. You can now take a look at the workspace we have opened in the first tab, right here. You can see it has a notification. You can now see that we have a bot user listed under the apps section, just like we wanted. Great. Now move back to the second tab and scroll to the app credentials in the basic info section. You can see them right under the install your app to your workspace, right here. These are the keys for your serverless service, which the service will be using to interact with the bot. So let's just leave the browser here because you'll need these keys in the next video. This video has covered the basic configuration steps for creating a Slack workspace and app. We've also created a bot user and permission tokens. Finally, we install the app into the workspace.